everyone, thanks again for joining me on Sealed for Good. Today it's a short one but a sweet one, and I'm going to talk about best practice systems. Now, we always try and promote best practice waterproofing and being that expert with Gripset. It's more important whether you're using Gripset products or using a completely different system. You can still follow best practice. Now, a lot of contractors I speak to, a lot of builders I speak to, and even architects say, oh, we're following the standard, the waterproofing standards, or the minimum requirements that are set out. They are minimum requirements. It's the base. We shouldn't be going for the minimum requirement. If you want a long-term waterproofing successful job, go for the maximum requirements. Do more, because the minimum requirement, you might go, well, it costs more. But the fact is, if you're going to walk away from that job and you're not 100% certain that it's going to stay successful, and you can put hand on heart and go, that'll be waterproof for the next 20 years or for the life of this construction, then what can you do to offer that to your client? You know, often we think that the client doesn't want to pay for it, but you have that discussion and talk to them, can I give you a waterproofing system that will last for the life of this structure? They'd be open to hearing what it is. And you might find they'll go away and go, it's too expensive, and then you get that phone call back and they go, you know what? Let's up that, let's change that, let's go over and under the screed, let's go with a liquid and a sheet. There's a number of different ways, but don't go with the minimum requirement and think you've done a great job because you've complied to the standard. It's a minimum. Minimum doesn't give you much. Think about your own place. How often I've seen waterproofers waterproof their own homes and bathrooms or builders, and there's nowhere near the minimum. They've gone double, triple the exercise to ensure they've got that longevity. So talk about these things with your clients, because the minimum effect will impact you and compound over time. And you don't want to go back and go, I knew I should have done that better, or I could have done that, or I should have said that. Should have, could have, would have. You don't want that. You want to be ensured that you've actually attended to what you can do as a maximum to give your client the best option.
Gripset GAPP has been developed to improve the standards of waterproofing. GAPP offers a number of advantages, one being an all-inclusive guarantee for product and workmanship. Inquire at gapp@gripset.com or call us on 1-800-650-435.
Now, provide the options. This is the minimum and this is the maximum. And here might be somewhere in the middle. This is what this one costs, this is what this is going to cost. But there's a different value. Sometimes it's not in the cost, it's in the benefit that you can provide. And that benefit, for someone who's got a home or a building and can be insured for the next 10, 15 years, there's going to be no troubles or issues, they may be willing to pay for that. So discuss that with them, and it's a complete system. And it's not just from Gripset's stance, there's many good manufacturers out there that have got great systems that you can follow, and best practice outcomes, go with those. When you start to hear someone that goes, just put a bead of silicone here and put that there, and one coat here, we only need one coat, we don't need a primer, be aware, because that might not even be the minimum. But if it is the minimum specification from that supplier, ask what happens if you do more, and what can be more, and what can be offered more. There's always the entry point level waterproofing methods, and then there's the stuff that's going to last forever, and that's really where you want to go. That's where you build your reputation and your name, and we ensure that our industry builds generational buildings, and that's what we're all about. If you'd like to know more about this is a topic we love to discuss. Our team's out there for you, and so is our tech service department, and I'm happy to engage in any DMs you want us to send through. So guys, hashtag Gripset Sealed for Good. Looking forward to seeing your work done the maximum way, post it out there, and we'll promote it. I'll see you next time on Sealed for Good.